Hi, I'm Townator. I'm going to be showing how to use Quirk Assist a little bit here. So, let me get started. This file here is what you get when you initially download Quirk Assist. So first, before you can start doing anything, you have to extract it, because it comes as a zip file. So here you get a folder called Quirk Assist. You go ahead and open that up. Then you open this next one up. And then inside are a couple different things. The first two are some folders that contain a couple things that have to do with the data involved in the program. Then there's a help file to kind of help out if you need any step-by-step instructions for anything. And then there's two EXEs, Quirk Assist and Quirk Editor. So I'm going to start by opening up quirkassist.exe. And when you open it up, you'll get this window here. Now you'll see a couple different buttons, but the first ones you want to pay attention to are More and Back. And these will let you cycle through which quirk you want to use. So the next one is the Use buttons. You click over the icon, whatever one you want to use, and it'll become your current quirk. So then if with Terezi selected here, if we then go to Notepad, we can type like Terezi without, dang it, I'm bad at this, without trying to type at all. It just comes out in that quirk, and that's the main function of the program, to effortlessly type in whatever quirk you so choose. So then we can go back and we can say switch to Solix here. Now we type like Solix. And the program's glitching out occasionally here and there because of the huge CPU load on my computer from the recording software. But that's not a thing you normally run into. But anyways, next we have the Quirk Editor, which is over here. There's a button to open it up. It's the same thing as this exe over here, but there's a convenient button right here to open the editor. So we're not going to be editing the quirk, we're just going to be making a new one. So we click New there, and this big window will pop up. And over on the left here are the options to replace letters, symbols, things like that, just as you're typing it. Then there's capitalization options to change how capitalization works. There's a prefix like Nepeta and Equius have before whatever you type. It'll pop up when you press enter or you press control to put an extra one there. And then there's replacements, and replacements are a bit interesting. And there's two types. There's static replacements and dynamic replacements. Dynamic replacements are the ones that Nepeta does to replace the e's in her sentences when there's a double E. It doesn't replace the whole word, only part of the word. So only part of the word has to be part of the requirement for it to replace it. Static replacements go back and check the entire word to make sure it all needs to be replaced. So it won't just replace part of a word, it has to be exact. So I'm going to go ahead and go over here. I'm going to make I's into these things. I'm going to make O's into these symbols. I'm going to make A's into dollar signs, just to be sure that nobody can read anything I'm writing. Then I'm going to go and save the quirk. I should probably also exit out Quirk Assist so it doesn't change the file names as I'm typing them. And if you see, we're on the desktop here. Pretty sure. Yes, we're on the desktop here. And here's the two folders from earlier. We're going to open up the quirks folder. And then we see two other folders. Canon, which is where all the Canon quirks are housed, and then Fan. If you open up this, you can start placing your own quirks. But we're going to need another folder for it. And I'll explain why in a minute. You call it some quirk. Open that up. I'm going to name it some quirk.txt. I'm going to save that. I don't need the editor anymore, so I can go ahead and exit this out. And then if we go through, look right here it is. So if we run Quirk Assist, one thing you'll notice immediately is that the quirk is not in here. If you go to the very end, you know, it's nowhere in here. That's because it doesn't have a sprite to represent it yet. So if we go ahead and, well, first I'll show you how to use a quirk that doesn't have a sprite to represent it. It may be hosted somewhere else in the computer or anything like that. So if you want to use one that doesn't have, that isn't in this particular Quirk Assist file system that's set up right, you just have to go to Select File, and then we open up the Quirks folder, and then the Fan folder. You can just go to your Quirk here and open it up, and you'll start typing like that. So you go to Notepad, and you can type like we wanted to for. It's like I said, it's being a little glitchy because 100% of my CPU is being used by something else. But if we type it slow, you can see how it normally works. Like this, it reads the words just fine. That's my computer, that's not the program. It's lagging intensely. But now you'll want to probably have it in this little quick tray there. And so what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get an image. And I'm going to pull one out over here that I prepared earlier. You know, it's just this little placeholder sprite thing because I can't draw. Now, the thing with it is it has to be 150 by 200 in size and in PNG format. So otherwise it won't work. I mean, if you have the size wrong, it'll just resize it, and that's why some things look distorted, but if it's not a PNG, it won't work at all. So we're going to go ahead and go back into this over here and throw this in here. It has to be right next to the TXT, that's why they're in the same folder here, to contain both of them, so it knows where to find them. And then we can go back here, open up Quirk Assist again, and then we go all the way to the end, where it will be hosted. And there it is. And we can just click Use, and just like any others, it will work. So then if you want to just go back to using no quirk, you just click Reset here. It'll reset everything for you, and you'll be going back to typing normal. Yeah. So that's the basics of how Quirk Assist works. Now, one more thing to understand is this IMG folder here. And what's inside of here is an image called background. And if I open it up and give you a closer look here, you can see that this is the background of the window there. And if you change this with an image editor or put something else here, it will show it differently in the window. So you can effectively design your own skins for the program and make it look however you want. If you're coding minded, you could probably figure out how to change the code too, but mainly the skins is pretty good for customization. So yeah, it's Quirk Assist, and hopefully it'll help you out. Try it out, it's free, it's a good program. If you have any other questions, you can post about it on the forum, or you can private message me if you need to. So yeah, try it out. Thanks for watching.